In today's video, I'll be sharing my tips and advice on how to do best in the verbal reasoning section of the UKCAT. So as you know, in verbal reasoning, there are 44 questions to complete in 21 minutes, which gives you approximately 30 seconds per question. The average score in 2016 was 573. Now, the format of the exam is as follows. You have a paragraph of text and 4 following questions. Now, the format of verbal reasoning is as follows. You usually have a paragraph of text followed by 4 or 5 questions. Now, the point of verbal reasoning is for you to develop your skills at understanding complex information. Now, in a medical scenario, this can involve you communicating information from one medical professional to another. And so it's very important that you don't lose information and that you remain as accurate as possible when inferring from this information and passing this information on. Now, a key thing to remember in the UKCAT is that there's no need to use your prior knowledge to answer questions. The only relevant material in the exam will be the text given to you and the question. You don't need to use any of your external knowledge. Now, here are tips that I think will be very useful when you're preparing for the exam, but also when you're sitting the exam. Firstly, a rule of thumb is that you should be reading the questions and the statements before you actually read the passage. If you think about it, the passage has got many different bits of information, and what you need to try and do is find the most relevant bit of information to answer that specific question. So the best way to do this is to look for keywords in the question or in the statement, and then skim through the paragraph looking for the same keywords. Once you have found those keywords, it's important that you read before and after those keywords to understand the context of those words. Now, don't expect to be really good at skimming the first time you do verbal reasoning. It comes with practice. Remember, read the question, look for keywords, then skim the paragraph for those keywords, then look before and after those keywords to understand the context. Now, this technique is extremely useful for the true, false, or can't tell questions. Now, sometimes you may get questions which aren't in the true, false, can't tell format. For these sorts of questions, it is actually wise to read the whole paragraph, because to answer these sorts of statements, you need a holistic understanding of the paragraph. So when practicing, you need to work on being able to read a paragraph very quickly, whilst also understanding the key concepts conveyed by the text. If you'd like, you can still read the statements before you actually read the text, but you need to make sure you're fast, because on the questions which aren't in the true, false, can't tell format, the timing is much tighter, because you actually need to read more text and understand it properly, rather than simply looking for keywords. So if you do choose to read the statements before you read the text, make sure you're quick. Now, in questions which don't follow the true, false, can't tell format, you might end up getting 2 answers which are very, very similar. They both may seem very relevant. You need to use your own judgment to see which of those 2 statements is most appropriate and most suitable. Some of you, in the verbal reasoning section, you might come across a few words that you don't know the meaning of. So when you're preparing, it is very important that you look up words you don't know the meaning of or don't understand the context of. Ask friends or look it up in a dictionary and try and understand it. Because if similar words are being used in the exam, you want to make sure you understand the sort of language that's being used. I do understand that this has been a quick video. I hope it's been helpful. If you do have any further questions, make sure to ask in the comments down below. Now, I'd love it if you could show support by liking this video, and also if you'd like, subscribe to my channel to keep up with the latest videos that I'll be releasing. So thank you guys for watching, take care, I'll see you next time.